Athletes.
Marquelle, in that second half, they Fresno drew a charge on you, and it seemed like there were a lot of plays there, but that seemed to really kind of change the momentum. Did you really think that kind of changed the momentum of the game there late in the second half?
I think so, but Coach talks about there's not one play that just dictates the rest of the game. But they made a lot of good plays in the second half, and we just didn't really answer. So.
Kaitlyn, what do you think the difference was offensively, where you guys were really surging there for a while in the second half, and then it seemed like with about 7 minutes left, it was just difficult to find points after that?
They're a very, very physical team, and I think they just kind of tightened that up on us, and it was difficult for us to move and set screens and stuff like that.
Coach, you've talked.
Let's finish with the student athletes first, then we'll open up to coach.
Marquelle, I guess how aggressive were you trying to be? I know that's kind of your role in this team, but just looking for openings, I guess, throughout the game, and especially early in the second half, it seemed like you were really finding your rhythm.
I think that's just the biggest thing for me is trying to get to the basket and trying to find Kaitlyn and Kayla standing on the side to knock down open shots. And Fresno's a really good defensive team. They were pressed out, so I had an opportunity to get to the basket.
Either one of the players, I know it's not your decision, but if postseason basketball comes up for this group at some point, is that something you guys will embrace and something you'd still like to continue to do is keep playing this season? Absolutely,
and especially as a senior, you want to keep playing as long as possible. Putting on a Wyoming jersey, there's no other feeling like it, and so if we can continue to play, then we'll take our opportunity, and if not, I love these girls the same, and I've had a great career here.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Okay, we'll dismiss them at this time. Thank you, ladies. Questions for Coach?
Joe, again, I know there's a lot of plays in that game, but when that charge got called on Marquelle, I could see you on the sideline. I know you didn't like it. I'm not saying that decided it, but did that seem to take a lot of the steam and momentum away from your team at that point?
I thought there were a couple plays down the stretch. They grabbed an offensive rebound and had a second opportunity to put them up 4 with 3 minutes to go. And you have to give them credit for getting that rebound. And then, like I said, whether it's charge, block, there's plays like that all the time. But as we look at it, one of the things we always talk about is there are plays in any basketball game where you have to step up and make the play. And I thought that was the difference in the basketball game tonight. I thought early on, Jordan Sibrel may have played her best basketball of her career tonight, which for Jordan I'm very happy for. And then I thought Jordan Kelly, once again, when you take a look at our roster, I got 2 4 players that are sitting on the bench in warm-up street clothes. And so we've had to use Jordan from a 2 guard to a 4 player. At 5'9", she's so undersized, but her heart's tremendous. And for her, once again, to get a double-double. And as I say, you look at our minutes, it's high minutes for the 2 games. So there's a lot of things down the stretch. Fresno making extra plays.
Coach, it seems like with Marquelle, you kind of come to expect these performances throughout this season, but I guess just how aggressive was she throughout this game? It seemed like she was really pushing things and getting you guys going.
Marquelle may be the biggest competitor we have on this team. And she shows up. And when she doesn't play well like she did yesterday in the first half, she comes back with 17 in the second. For her to get 26 tonight, she really stepped up and played. And I like the way she pushes the basketball. She can get to the basket. She's improved her shooting ability. And I can't say enough about what Markelle's meant to this team. She is a leader of this group, and she makes this team run and operate the way Marquelle can. And so give her a great deal of credit.
You mentioned, Jordan Kelly, and it seems almost, similar to Fallon last year, where it just a want-to or hard or however you like to call it. How do you explain the results that she's able to get given her size and that kind of thing?
Mike, I think you hit it right on had there, there's a great desire for her to succeed. And even in that locker room after the game, she was somebody who spoke up. And I've said all along, she's kind of the glue that holds this group together because she just does so many different things for this team. And as I said tonight, I thought she did a tremendous job. She has 4 assists. She has a double-double with rebounds and points. And once again, another young lady that plays high minutes because of our situation. So couldn't be more proud of what Jordan's accomplished. Very happy for her to be newcomer of the year, especially when everybody knows of the number of surgeries that she's had on her shoulders. She missed a whole season, had to sit out with her transfer, and so it was almost 3 years before she was able to step back on the court. And I know that she thought about giving basketball up, and there's a great story there for somebody who hung in there and because of something that she loves, and I think she plays that way too.
Joe, I know it's not in your control, but you wait a little bit in the postseason. Do you think postseason will come for this team, and do you deserve it, or how do you feel about the chances maybe postseason for this group?
Postseason's something other people decide for you. You can try to put yourself in the best situation possible. When I look at this team, I'm proud of the fact that we had so many close basketball games where we lost in January, and we set at 2-5 in the conference, and we were in 10th place. And this team could have checked in, but they didn't. And they ended up winning 9 of their last 11. Came in here with a big game last night, hard-fought game tonight. And so when I look at it, we probably didn't accomplish enough to get to postseason play, but that's on us to try to do better that way with some of the games. Seems the benchmark is 20 wins. I'm happy this group was able to find a way to get a winning season because they were so far down. And when you lose the number of close games we lost, it really tests your spirit to pick yourself back up and keep competing, and they did.